My name is James Williams Sr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2, and Top Buzz has a lot of good stories, so I'm gonna read off some of the ones that have caught my attention. White attorney rescues elderly black man from racial profiling bootlicking Negro cops. So that's basically a black on black crime. Giants fan thrown off the rail by 49ers guard angry bloody scene. I got some courtroom chaos. Army Ranger gives Sarah Sanders his jacket. Never expected that she'd give him in return. I have no idea what that is. I may have to check that out and read it and report that back to you. Got a GIF of a monkey. Good Samaritan dies while trying to save a woman being beaten in a New Jersey bus stop. White man uses the N word. Black woman uses fist. So, I think we're gonna go. Oh dear. This dude drove his camper under this truck and smashed everything. Alright, then I got one Kuna Middle School student, Kuna Middle School employee fired for inappropriate conduct with a mirror. I have no idea what that means, so that's probably a good one. So we're gonna go with white man uses N word, black woman uses fist.
So what's happening live leak is this lady is talking to the clerk, my cousin, and this guy who was here earlier, he got jumped by some black people, so he's a little pissed off, but he keeps using the N-word, and he kept on doing it to her over and over again. And she told him to stop doing it, and he did it.
Well, that did look like an innocent person. No, that's a totally different dude, ain't it?
She looked very carefully. He's bleeding.
No, that's the same dude. Sorry about that. Okay, so that being seen, and that being said, now I'm going to play this one about the Good Samaritan dies after helping a woman beaten at the New Jersey bus stop. And those arguing ladies in the background is another reason why. Don't date black broads. Let's put this thing on Days of Our Lives. This video refuses to play, so I'll just read it to you. Calvin Wiggins accused of killing John Colton after Colton tried to intervene during a domestic incident between Wiggins and his girlfriend. Investigators say the Good Samaritan, John Colton, died 10 days after trying to stop Calvin Wiggins from beating his girlfriend. Atlantic County prosecutors say the suspect faces manslaughter charges. A man who intervened in a domestic assault in New Jersey bus stop has died more than a week after the police say the suspect punched him in the head. John Colton, 54, died Sunday. Atlanta Care Regional Medical Center. Sorry, Days of Our Lives got me distracted. And the charges against Calvin Wiggins. Several people pulling off the buzzy bus route near Carlton Boulevard on the morning of November 2nd after seeing the 24-year-old Wiggins beating his girlfriend, and the police said Carlton and the others tried to intervene, but the witness, George Sluker, Sluker, who lives across the street in the condo complex, said Wiggins threatened the Good Samaritans. The fella doing the beating was yelling at the people trying to stop him that he was going to shoot them. Sluker said the witness something. Mays Landing man turns and punches him, one of the men. The guy has just cold cocked him, Sluker said. So I guess this is Calvin Wiggins. I guess he's the asshole that killed the other guy. And you know, when somebody dies trying to help someone else, there is no greater word to describe that person than a hero. And so we're gonna go with the white attorney rescuing the elderly black man, and then I'm gonna get off the damn thing because my phone needs to be charged, and I want to watch Days of Our Lives. So that should tell you what time it is here, if you're watching me right now. I also don't know how to stream. If I learn how to stream, I'm gonna be great.
So I ran across this video where this white attorney, this white woman, basically she, saved this elderly black man from getting arrested. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real here. This man was racially profiled by black cops. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll that video footage because I got, some things I want to say about this whole incident.
What address did you get a call for? What address did you get a call for? 46. Pardon? What number, please?
You ain't know my sister. She's 60-something years.
Dennis, let me handle this.
I know.
Dennis. Dennis.
If by chance she verified you work here, I
Yes,
have no problem.
it's 4602 and you're in the 4500 block. That house isn't even in this neighborhood.
He's coming. He's coming with that.
No.
He is not employed here.
Because you're accusing him.
Didn't accuse him.
I'm sorry, but you need to get your officer.
Telling you, most police
You're in
officers
the
know who
wrong
I am.
neighborhood.
Most of them.
Did not accuse him.
You do accuse, you accusing me.
No, where was he coming from? That's what everything else was. He got.
She has. She's refused
I feel the pop out here. I know every part of the pop.
You're videotaping.
Anything.
Come on, Dennis. He said you can go.
No, because
Come on, you're coming. Come on.
tell me, my sister Mr. Parker police. I'm disabled.
Come on. You just come with me.
No, stop.
Hold on.
I got
She
it.
doesn't have the authority to stop him. You
No.
need to tell her that. Because I'm reporting this. I'm an attorney and this is wrong.
That's
Now
wrong.
please leave our neighborhood. Come on.
Ma'am, would you like a card?
Yes, I do want your card. Sit down then. Let me go get the card.
All other police officers know me. They know me down the street. They know me.
Just because he's black doesn't mean he's here to rob a house. He works for us. He's been in this neighborhood for 30 years. Now go find 4,600 bucks on Christmas.
Now, in my opinion, this is straight up buffoonery at its finest. Now, I know a lot of you guys may have heard or seen some videos I've made in the past where I've made statements that, in the inner city, there should be more minority police officers, Latinos, blacks, Asians, whatever the case may be, to help, patrol those areas so things can be a little bit more fair so people don't get racially profiled. But, as time goes on, I've noticed that there's a lot of videos of black officers, Latino officers, harassing other blacks and Latinos, basically treating them the same way, a lot of racist white cops treat, other minorities. It is what it is. Now, basically what they did is racially profile this man. This man was in, obviously, a predominantly white area, and because he was black, obviously, they felt like, he didn't belong there, so they were going to go ahead and arrest this man. Even though they got a phone call, to go somewhere else, they saw this man, it's like, let's go ahead and harass this man, and we're going to go ahead and arrest this man, if they can't confirm that he actually works out in the area. Now, this woman basically had to step in and, basically put these cops in their place. And basically said to their face, just because he's black in the neighborhood or whatever, doesn't mean, that they can sit there and, basically treat this man the way he is. So in my opinion, these black officers went ahead and, racially profiled, another black person. And this is what my problem is with a lot of black folks, A lot of black people, you complain about, racism, and, being treated different by the cops and all this type of stuff. But the minute you get your butt in a, position like this to be a cop, you turn around and treat your own people the exact same way. A lot of you Latino cops do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Now I know there's some good cops out there. A lot of people always tell me, when you only upload videos of cops doing bad. If I make some videos where cops are doing good, then I'll go ahead and report it, Because I have reported up on cops that have done good. Like there was this one Latino cop that was like from the Southern California area, and you know what? She did a good deed by chasing down you know, some thugs. Basically, they shot her in the face, and you know what? She basically pulled a heroic move. And on top of that, that cop and her family found me and saw my video and basically sent me messages telling me thank you, you know, for being supportive of him. You know, so I don't mind reporting on, you know, good things that cops do. You know, but in my opinion, as time goes on, there's not a lot of good cops out there, you know. And, you know, unfortunately, you got a lot of minority cops that treat their people the exact same way. Once y'all get up on y'all high horse, then it's a different story. You know what I mean? And this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. It's like, no, just because he was black, he didn't belong there. You know? Same thing treatment, you know, a lot of racist white cops do. I'm not saying all white cops are racist. I'm not saying that. But, you know, though, let's go ahead and keep it real here, though. Because of America, you know, in their training of, you know, a lot of American citizens, you know, when I say their training, you know, brainwashing, basically, you know, people get to thinking of certain people a certain type of way, so you get treated a certain type of way in this country, you know. But here it is right here, you know. Black folks treat other black folks the same dang way that, you know, a lot of the other, you know, racist cops, not all white cops, or not all cops in general, but, you know, the racist ones, you know, they treat, you know, black people like this for being black, walking down a predominantly white area, you know. So I wonder what people want to sit there and say about this. This is, you know, straight up buffoonery. And I can't stand folks like this, especially some black folks and Latino folks that, you know, get down like this. Once y'all get in a prominent position, you know what I mean, a position of power, then you want to go ahead and turn around and do the exact same thing that you used to complain about people doing to you. So that's just my commentary. Yours may be different, but let me know what you guys think. Till next time, subscribe. Peace out, and have a good one. Peace.
Thank you, young man. And I'm going to tell y'all, you know, that young guy is exactly right. Because sometimes people get power and they abuse it. In the last video I'm going to bring up is that, well, I ain't even going to do that because it's 10 shocking court cases of chaos or courtroom chaos, and you guys could probably Google that on YouTube or whatever. Now, see, here's the thing. I've been racially profiled by Latino cops, and I'm not Latino. When I told you guys the story of me being accused of a serial rapist, the serial rapist was like 6'3". I'm 5'3" and a half. You're going to give me that half. The serial rapist was like $190 to 220 pounds. I ain't never going to see that. You know, if I get to $190, I've been juicing. And not with juice, like with straight steroids. So, racial profiling, black on black racial profiling, this shit really does exist, you know. And the thing is that we do tend to abuse power when they turn the blind eye. And a lot of people abuse power. I had with my military incident, there was an abuse of power. You know, the two drill sergeants clearly didn't think I was older than them, and they abused their power, which is why I refused training, and I wasn't going to golf because I knew that if I went back to golf, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be racist, but the white drill sergeant, whose name I can't remember, who was about a little bit bigger than me, and the Asian drill sergeant, who was a lot bigger than me, they were going to die. Straight up and down. Because it don't matter how many times you shot an insurgent. There was no guns or no ammo at Fort Benning in the barracks. So me being able to fight these motherfuckers wouldn't have been no thing. I would have probably got jumped after I started winning. But I would have won. And that's just the thing. You know, if you're a street fighter and you have military or martial art training before you even enter the military, you just become more dangerous when you get the military mindset. But if you haven't ever really been in a fight in your life, and you can talk your way out of a fight, then, you know, you have that intimidation factor. But you can't intimidate somebody as small as me because everybody's bigger than me. So I got to make my mark. I have to knock your ass halfway dead or else. But these things do happen, and I have been racially profiled by probably more than a couple of cops, and some have thought I was a chick, and I've been pulled over, and I've said, hey, ma'am, and I was like, sir, I'm a man. Like, that kind of pissed them off. So, you know, I guess out the corner of the eye, they just caught me, you know, and all kinds of stuff. But these things do happen, and black on black power crimes is basically what that falls under. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.